I had the honor, I was blessed enough to have a few segments with Mae Young, which some of my favorite parts of my career. I mean, backstage, she's always ribbing, always had fun with her. In the ring, honestly thought she might kill me. Like, she was so freaking feisty. She had some choice words for Layla and myself, called us a few names that I won't repeat, but it's my favorite part of my career. How old was she when y'all put her through a table? And like, what was, like, did you have any concern? Like, did you worry?
I don't remember having any worry because Mae was
Freaking
a
tough.
grizzled veteran. I've always said Mae Young is the toughest man I've ever met in my life.
Yes.
Mae's tougher than any,
literally is.
and Mae is one of the boys, but she is tougher than any man I've ever met in this business because of her willingness to do anything and everything. And I tried to protect that woman at all costs, and she would not let me protect her because she wanted to take everything as realistic as possible. And the first night, I don't know if you've ever heard the story, but the first night I ever the very first physical thing I ever did to Mae was just body slam her.
Right.
And I put her down very nicely. And after the segment was over, she made a beeline for me in the back, and she grabbed me by the wrist. Like Lou Thez would grab you by the wrist. And she said, "Hey, hotshot, if you're going to slam me, you slam me like one of the boys."
She said, "Yes, ma'am."
That was it.
Duly noted.
That was it. And
That's
she
great.
was more than willing to do anything. And after we put her through a table in the ring, and then after we put her through the table off the stage, I was standing right next to her when she went to Vince McMahon, and she said, "I want the kid to do me off the top of the cage."
Wow.
And she was serious.
I believe it.
She was serious, and Vince just laughed. "Oh, okay, Mae, But she wanted to keep taking it to the next level, and I will always credit Mae. On social media, on Mae's birthday and on the day Mae passed away, I always try to, show the reverence and the respect because we all need somebody to get us over in this business. You can't do it alone. And Mae Young put the Dudleys on the map in the WWE. I don't know if there's any one person who helped us as much as she did by giving us her body.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
That's incredible.
She about gave her body one night to JBL in the ring by taking off her bathing suit, and she was ribbing me and Tori the whole time. Like, we had a swimsuit competition, and Mae was out there dancing. She got one strap down, and Tori and I were like, Mae. She's pushing us off, fighting us off, like literally, manhandling us. Gets the other strap down. She's like, "No, I'm gonna give JBL a show." We're like, dying. I'm like, I'm not.
I
I'm not.
remember that.
Hand.
There's a lot of things that I don't remember, but that
You
I
remember
do.
that?
I do remember that, and it was like, it's kind of like a really bad car accident.
You had to
Like,
watch.
you don't want to look at it, but you can't help but not look, right? And it was just like, oh, how far is she going? Oh.
I'm not going to pull back the curtain too much, but there is something called Wrestler's Court.
Yep. There is.
One time in Wrestler's Court,
Oh boy.
the subject of Viagra came up, and Mae Young stood up, and she goes, "I don't know what you're all complaining about. I love that Niagara."
Niagara.
Oh, gosh.
I've never
my
heard
goodness.
that. Niagara.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
she's the best. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. That was Teddy, right? That was Teddy went on.
We're not going to tell the
Yeah,
whole story.
no, we'll tell all of it. But he may or may not have been
Yes.
brought up on charges
Yes.
of selling
Oh, yeah.
free samples of
Yeah.
Niagara
Niagara.
to the boys. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Yeah. I think if people really knew some of the lunacy that happened backstage and in the locker room, it
Or
would
like
just,
on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard your stories. Like, is there a story that you think only the Dudley boys could survive on the road? Like any crazy?
Me and Devon have been through a lot
Well, I
of
figured.
amazing adventures together. And one of my favorite stories was working in New Orleans one night. And we had just finished Monday Night Raw, and we get back to the hotel, and there's about 3 or 4 cop cars in front of the hotel. And Devon's driving, and he just looks at me and goes, "I swear it wasn't me. I didn't do it." But because Devon was notorious for getting us in a little trouble every
Gotcha.
now and
Okay.
then with his extracurricular activities. Anyway, he's like, I swear it wasn't me, it was me. We get to the hotel, we get out of the car, and all the cops are like, Bubba Devon, we heard you were staying here. We just wanted to come say hello. I'm like, okay, cool, this is great. Hey guys, how are you? They're like, can we please take some pictures and autographs? And Devon's like, yeah, sure. I said, wait. I said, you guys want pictures and autographs? Yeah. All of you? Yeah. I go, we want a police escort down to Bourbon Street tonight.
Oh.
And they like, oh. And they all huddled up and they all get together and they're like, okay, fine. But, can we take pictures? Like, yep, no problem. One last thing.
Oh.
I want to drive.
Oh, the
geez.
police.
And the sergeant or the head guy looked at me and goes, are you serious? I go, you can have all the pictures you want. You can have all the autographs you want. I want to drive down to Bourbon Street. Okay.
Oh, wow. Only in New Orleans. Only in New Orleans was that happening.
Hit the siren driving down Bourbon Street.
Oh, that's
My
good to know.
goodness.
That's funny.
That is funny, man. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
But, there was a certain point during that Attitude Era where we basically all got away with anything.
yeah.
It was,
Rock
we were
stars,
all like the Beatles at one
Yeah.
time. The entire company was.
Yeah,
it was
nuts.
insane.
It
That's
was
crazy.
it was nuts. I'll give you a great example of that. I went to Las Vegas, and I'm not sure if Godfather was working at the time. Like he would come in and go out. I almost want to say that he wasn't working at this particular time, and we went into a bar that he actually used to work there, but in Vegas it was either a Friday or Saturday night. We go in the bar. There's just the two of us, and the place is just packed. It is wall to wall people, and in the middle of the bar, there's like a big round table. The tables like they all use, but the round version of it, the big one, probably set 12 people. The manager of the bar goes up to this table full of people and tells them that they have to get up. Now there's drinks all over the table, and they're obviously spending money and having a good time. He makes them get up, and I'm kind of like, dude, you don't need to,
Right.
And he goes, no, you guys are guests of the club.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. And Bear's like, hey, it's Vegas. This is how it rolls, right? So we sat down, just the two of us, at this table for 12, and then they come by and they put a big bottle of Jack Daniels right in the middle of it. So you guys have a good time.
Yep.
And now this is where it gets really. So we were there, maybe an hour and a half. We decided we want to go somewhere else. Tell the waitress, hey, we're gonna, thank you all for your hospitality. We're gonna probably come back, but we're gonna go somewhere else. So we did. We went to another place. Probably gone again another hour, maybe 2 hours. It's Vegas. It doesn't close. We come back. We walk in the bar. The table's still empty, and the bottle of Jack is sitting on the table.
Amazing.
I just stopped. I was like, dude, and like Bear's like, yeah, it's Vegas, man. It was just,
But you guys were just so over.
it was
at the
just
time,
nuts.
too.
Yeah, the Attitude Era is the closest I think I would ever to know what it would be like to be the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or.
And you're telling that story, and a story just came rushing back that I have never told about, kind of being like the Beatles. I was living in Orlando at the time, and I have to fly to connect in Atlanta to get to wherever. And I remember that we were delayed out of Orlando, and I knew I was not going to make my connection. And we all had a guy at Delta at the time. Who had a guy at Delta, United, whatever. So I called my bigwig friend at Delta, and I said, hey, buddy, I'm not going to make my connection in Atlanta. Can you please reschedule me on the next flight out? Shut my phone off, and that was it. I figured when I get to Atlanta, he'll leave me a message or whatever.
Right.
The minute we land in Atlanta, there's only about 10 minutes before my next flight takes off. And I pick up my phone, and I got a message from my friend, and he goes, "Hey, Bubba, listen, no worries. I don't have to put you on the next flight because I just moved the gate for your connection plane. So you're landing at A10. You're taking off out of A11. Yeah, I just moved the planes for you."
Okay, that's a whole different status.
That's
Like
another-
that's
that's a good-
like that's like
I was like,
what?
I had to replay the message. And then I called him and I said,
You ribbing me?
"Buddy," I'm like, "you moved the gates? You moved the..." He's like, "Yeah, you're going to make your connection."
Dang,
I was like, wow.
that's
That's just-
That's
crazy.
right there is what regional titles will do for you. Right?
But when you pay your dues the way we talk about paying our dues and you have moments like that,
Yeah.
it's like, wow.
Whoa.
Holy shit. If
Yeah.
you're just handed everything from the beginning, you'll never appreciate
You'll never
moments.
appreciate
You'll never
that.
appreciate the bottle of Jack Daniels there 3
That was
hours
left, yeah.
later.